Okay, hi. This is Cooking Appa going on Facebook Live again. Today I'm going to show you how to do the classic Mapo Tofu, which is the Sichuan style bean curd stew. Now, many people try to cook it at home, but they come and tell me, say they can never get the flavors right. Well, you know what they are missing? They are actually missing this thing here. There's actually 3 types of bean paste here, but you just concentrate on this. Can you see? This is actually broad bean paste from China, from a province called Pi Xian. So it is called Pi Xian Douban Jiang. So in order to really get the flavor of a local Chinese style, you need to go and find from the Chinese supermarket to find this thing called Pi Xian Douban Jiang. If not, there is no way you can reproduce the flavor that you can actually find from the restaurant. Okay, so before, there are some pre-preparation you need to do for this dish. Before this, I actually fry up some minced pork, and I add on some soya sauce. I also did this. Can you see the Chinese peppercorn? So this is Chinese peppercorn oil. I actually fry the peppercorn in oil for about 1 minute. Okay, if you fry for much longer, you will actually burn. The Chinese peppercorn will get burned very easily. And this is the oil which is going to give you the numbing feeling. Alright, the numbing taste, flavor. And very importantly, you can see next to it, just now I actually boiled a pot of hot water, and I add on soya sauce and salt and toss in the tofu and let it boil for a couple of minutes. The purpose is to actually, number one, to make the water in the tofu to disperse out. Number 2 is to soak up some of the, to prepare the tofu for the saltiness. Okay, so this is what really been done in the restaurant when they want to cook this dish. If you don't want to do this part, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Alright? So now let's start frying. Let's start the stir fry now. You heat out the wok a little bit. Now I'm going to use a bit of my garlic oil. Like I told you before, you will be using it every day if you have it at home. Not forgetting that I need some chili oil as well. You can make your own chili oil when you are free. Maybe I will make a video and teach you how to make the China style chili oil one day. Okay, because this one you need the color. Now we toss in the broad bean paste. Okay, it's about 1 tablespoon of broad bean paste, and also I put in some soya bean paste and some black bean, fermented black bean. I didn't put in fresh garlic, so I will add in a bit more on the fried garlic here. Usually I will put in some fresh garlic. Okay, now you start to get the smell from the broad bean paste. This dish will be slightly oilier. Okay, just be prepared. Now you can really smell. I actually got some extra minced meat just now that I want to add in. while. All the ingredients here is actually soaking up my oil. It's very shocking. If you cook this, this is very shocking. And furthermore, I'm actually a bit sick, running high fever today. Okay. Now we adding the minced meat. I stir fry just now. Somebody asked me, how come sometimes I'm using a spoon to stir fry? Well, probably this is something you don't want to follow my style because I'm very freestyle. But the thing is, he actually asked me what if he actually scratches the wok. I told him if it is non-stick wok, then you must be very careful with the scratches because there are some coating on the non-stick wok. But when it comes to stainless steel wok like this, I don't see a problem. Scratches is scratches. It's bound to have some scratches. You can actually start seeing some very nice reddish color coated onto the minced meat. Okay. Alright. Now it's time to add in the stock. Always use a soft stock. You will actually you'll be able to tell the difference. There's a lot of difference when you use plain water and stock. Sometimes I will use a combination, but at least put in some stock, some broth, or chicken broth, or the pork bone also can. Check out the color. This is before I even do the seasoning. I haven't put in soya sauce yet. Then these lovely colors. Trust me, it looks hot, it looks reddish, but it is not hot. It is not as spicy as you thought. Okay. So we'll let it boil for a while. Let me get ready the tofu. Some might be asking to what extent you want to soak. To what extent you want to soak your tofu in the soya sauce water? Well, it will normally take you a couple of minutes. You look at your tofu. When your tofu starts expanding, that is the time when it is telling you your tofu is ready. Okay, meaning the saltiness starting to absorb into the tofu. We haven't finished yet with the numbing field. We will be adding some of, remember my Chinese peppercorn oil, and also I'll be adding in some homemade Chinese peppercorn powder. I like making my own powder. I make my own black pepper powder, which is much better than those you bought outside. Okay. So how do you make this powder? You buy the raw peppercorn, and you dry fry it for a while until you can smell the fragrance coming up. Then you take it out, remove it from the wok, let it cool down, and then use your blender. You need a coffee blender, alright? Use a coffee blender to grind it to powder form. Now you can see it's boiling. Now I can actually put in the tofu. You can do the seasoning slightly later, because when you start cooking like this, your tofu will also releasing water. You see, very nice color. Isn't this the kind of color that you actually see from the restaurant? Now, if you never go through the tofu boiling stage that I did just now, then you will need to boil it for much longer, let it simmer for much longer. But since we have already done the boiling just now, here we can actually cut short. Okay. Let me taste. Very nice salty flavor. I don't think I need any more salt. I probably need some sugar. Remember yesterday what I said about sugar? Sugar is actually there to intensify the saltiness. See how fast the tofu starts soaking in the flavors, because this happened because we went and boiled the tofu earlier. Okay, I will let it simmer like for a while. You see, very beautiful color, and I assure you it is not spicy at all. Many people love to see what kind of wok I'm using, asking me, and sometimes some even ask me, am I promoting the wok? No, I am not. I'm not promoting any wok. I bought all my woks myself. So for those who just come in, I'm cooking apa. Today I'm going to make a very authentic mapo tofu, and I want to thank my viewers. Recently I think my video went really well. I think the my last video on how I steam a fish actually managed to reach close to 20,000 people. I thank you all for that. And if you're free, please go to my YouTube channel, to Cooking Apa YouTube channel, to click the subscribe button and the notification bell in order to get all my future cookings. Alright? Check it out. It is actually done. What we need here is to starch it, alright? So I don't want it to be too starchy. So I'll probably do just a little bit. About 1.5 teaspoon to 3 to 4 water. Now, if you're not exactly sure how to starch your dish, then I don't like my dish to be too starchy. So you can actually see my starch water is actually very watery. So it depends on your own liking. Now this is what you do. Off it, okay? Off the fire. You know it's done? Off the fire. Now only you start pouring in the starch water. Sometimes in China they actually starch it 3 times. Well, the best thing about starchy here, you will actually make all the flavors and the gravy on top to cover the surface of your tofu. Right? Can you see? That's more starchy now. Do a bit more. Right? Beautiful colors. Okay, now you can actually toss in the red chili and the green onions. Take note, I already off the fire. Look at the combination of the colors. You have green, orange, red chili color, and the tofu. Taste it. Perfect. Anything I miss out? Yes, you're right. I'm going to add in the Chinese peppercorn oil. This will give you the numbing effect. Okay. I only toss in the oil, not the peppercorn. And when I serve it, you see? Whoops. See, just for you. Okay. Now, in order to give it a bit more or the numbing taste, I'll be adding a little bit of homemade Chinese peppercorn powder. Okay, this has quite a kick, okay, so you probably don't want to add in too much. That should be enough. Alright, this dish is done. It only takes you less than 10 minutes, right? Mapo tofu. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.